Is the screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. Ashtaang Chikitsa online therapy for neuro musculoskeletal problems. Namaskar, I welcome you all to the Ashtaang Chikitsa webinar. My name is Rachna Bothra and I'll be your host for today's webinar. I'm a part of an organization called Avisa Healing and Fitness Private Limited. In today's webinar, we will present to you a unique therapy for curing neuromusculoskeletal problems that you or someone in your family may be suffering from, but have not yet found permanent relief despite spending a good amount of money and time on various treatments. Ashtang Chikitsa can also be used as a preventive so that you keep your internal organs functioning at their optimum levels. Are your doctors telling you you will have to take medicines lifelong? Your problem cannot be cured but will only have to be managed. Organs do not regenerate. Today is the day that you will come to know you may not have to take medicines lifelong to manage your disease. Your problem can surely be cured. Organs can regenerate. Now I'd like to introduce you all to Swami Sri Raj Vibhuji, a rare Kumbhak yogi. Swamiji has been transforming lives of thousands of people who have not found relief even after years of using allopathic medicine. He has, in fact, taken people out of chronic diseases like thyroid, BP, heart, diabetes, and even life threatening diseases like cancer, for which we know that there is no cure in allopathy. Who is this webinar for? A very, very important question. For people who are tired of temporary treatments and are looking for something natural and permanent. For people who want to take charge of their health in their own hands and are willing to work on themselves to come out of their health issues. Reversing neuromusculoskeletal problems with Ashtang Chikitsa, freedom from pain and medicine. So let's see what all we can heal under the umbrella of Ashtang Chikitsa. Of course, the list is endless. Knee pain, lower back pain, hip issues, pain in the leg, drop foot, spine related issues, slip disc, disc bulge, weak spine, spondylitis, frozen shoulder, drooping shoulder, tennis elbow, rheumatoid, arthritis, osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, dislocation, neuropathy, or the nerve issue. Ashtang Chikitsa can further heal certain chronic diseases like muscular dystrophy, multiple sclerosis, TMJ disorder, varicose veins, psoriatic arthritis, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, spinal stenosis, myasthenia gravis, Bell's palsy, cervical spondylosis, carpal tunnel syndrome, ataxia, Guillain-Barré syndrome, AVN, Alzheimer's disease, dementia, glaucoma, vertigo, ankylosing spondylitis. All these diseases that we just talked about are degenerative diseases, which means that the organs are becoming weak. So, a long term or permanent solution is possible if we can increase the regeneration factor of the body. No medicine can regenerate the organs, be it allopathic, Ayurvedic, homeopathy, or any other medicine. In today's webinar, you will discover the one and only method that can regenerate the internal organs. Let's hear from Swami Sri Raj Vibhuji. Please pay attention to what he has to say about the human body and the diseases because you will not find this information anywhere else. Through his knowledge, thousands of people suffering from chronic ailments have transformed their lives completely. It can change yours also. Thank you so much for listening to me patiently. Now, I'll let you know how we are going to proceed in the webinar. After this, you're going to listen to the recorded video of Swamiji, in which he will be explaining to you how smoothly you can come out of your current health issues by way of kumbhak or breath hold, and how fantastically it works on the internal organs. After that, we will be having somebody live who's been a part of the Ashtang Chikitsa program. Then we will be sharing the online program details. Last but not the least, Swamiji himself will be joining us to take up your questions in the limited time. So please pay attention to what he's trying to say in the video. Let's keep all distractions at bay and put all ears, because it's about your health issues. So over to Anilji to please share the video. Thank you so much.
There is nothing harm in giving a little smile. You'll feel good. Isn't it? Smile has become rare in the world. So, what we are doing? We are doing Ashtaang Chikitsa or Ashtaang therapy. Anybody who has heard this name Ashtaang before? Have you ever heard this name Ashtaang? People into Yoga Kalachara, they might have heard this word Ashtaang. But what we are presenting is a part of Ayurveda, not yoga. So it will be a little different, right? This is a part of Ayurveda. Now to introduce you to Kumbhak, are you doing Kumbhak in your daily life? So let's start from there. Anybody and everybody cannot do any function without Kumbhak. So let's understand Kumbhak first, and let's see what can Kumbhak do in your life. So anybody and everybody cannot function without doing Kumbhak. So let's do an experiment, right? We'll do an experiment. And you have put your cameras off. I don't know whom I'm speaking to. It's when people gather together, it's an opportunity to actually see faces and meet people. And you don't know tomorrow will be there or not. Can anybody guarantee? So enjoy your today. If possible, put on your cameras. Clasp your fingers. Clasp your fingers. And pull hard. Pull hard. As hard as possible. How you creating this strength of pull? Relax. How you are pulling. How you are pulling. Lot of things might be coming to your mind. Using the strength of your muscles, using your conviction, using your mind or whatnot. But you are not looking at the right point. So let's do it again, and wherever I am indicating, look there. Let's do it again. If you do the experiment, you will know what I am talking about. So everybody should participate. Pull hard. And see, the more hard you want to pull, the more you have to hold your breath. Yes or no? The more hard you want to pull, the more you have to hold your breath. Can we now push? Can we do a pushing experiment? Push hard. And see, the more hard you want to push, the more you have to hold your breath. Yes? Yes? Now pick up a point in front of you. Pick up a point in front of you. A small object or a point in front of you. And try to focus without distraction. Focus on that point. Focus on that point. Become absolutely still and focus on that point. The more focus you want to create, you'll see your breath will become shallow and it will hold up. You know, you can relax, I don't know if you had breakfast or not. You had breakfast? You had breakfast, okay. Just remember clearly with your closed eyes, Remember clearly, in detail, what kind of breakfast you had in the morning. Close your eyes and try to remember in detail the colorful imagination. See, even if you have to remember, you have to hold your breath, and then your remembrance becomes better. Okay, relax. Somebody talked about dementia. What is your problem? Why you are not able to remember? Because you are not able to hold your breath. Now, if you have to balance yourself, stand on one leg, or somebody is pushing you. You want to stay on the ground. You want to hold the ground. What do you do? What do you do? Somebody wants to push you and you want to hold the ground. What do you do? You hold your breath. Yes. You want to stand on one leg. Create a balance. How do you create a balance? You hold your breath. Right? How do you dance? How do you sing? How do you walk? You hold your breath in variable proportion behind. Don't notice it. You don't notice it. You hold your breath in variable proportion behind. Walking, jogging, yoga, Zumba, aerobics, whatever you do, household chore, whatever you do, even you have to get up from the chair. What did you do? You held your breath for a short time, isn't it? Can you do any action without holding your breath behind? You can't. The only thing is you are not noticing it. You are not noticing it. So action in life happens because of kumbhaka, the breath hold that you did in variable proportion at variable point of time, in variable mode, sitting, standing, lying down. What you are doing? You are holding your breath, or you are doing kumbhaka. You are doing kumbhak to do an action. Now, in all your problems, in neuro musculoskeletal problems, what is the basic issue that you have? It is inability to do action properly. Yes or no? Any kind of neuro musculoskeletal problem, what is the basic issue that you are suffering from? You are not able to do action properly. When you do action, either you feel pain, or you do not have that kind of strength, or you do not have hold over your limbs. Yes? So let's understand the basic problem. Only if we understand the basic problem and we connect it with something which is practical, you can come out of the problem. Otherwise, in the last 100 years, tell me one person who has come out of arthritis by taking medicine. One person who has come out of rheumatoid by taking medicine. One person who has come out of Parkinson, dementia, and so on and so forth, osteoporosis, by taking any kind of medicine. We do not have even a single proof in the last 100 years that we have come out of these problems by taking medicine. And I'm talking about chemical medicine, allopathic medicine. Now, one more commonsensical question. Would you put diesel into a petrol engine or a petrol vehicle? No? Not, never? Never. So, tell me, was your body designed for a chemical intake? Your body was not designed for chemical intake. For the vehicle, you use your common sense. For human, your body, where does this common sense go? If your body is not designed for chemical intake, your body is not going to become better or healthier by chemical intakes. So where is the proof? All these diseases, are they increasing in the world or decreasing in the world? It's all increasing. All the chronic diseases are increasing in the world. Is there a single diabetic patient who has come out of diabetes by taking medicine in the last 100 years? One blood pressure heart disease patient? Do you know blood pressure and heart disease has become the #1 cause of death? Thyroid patient, have you been able to cure any thyroid patient? Autoimmune disorder patient? Cancer is increasing at the rate of 12% every year. Arthritis, rheumatoid, and you listen to all those problems. Neuro Musculoskeletal Problems. Even a single patient hasn't been able to come out of these problems by taking chemical medicine. In fact, the data says these all problems are rampantly increasing in the world. So it is high time that we look in some other direction. We think out of the box. With a different kind of a false narrative, you are not going to become better. You start with one medicine, and how many medicines you have come up to? Now, if we understand this body, we can understand how we can reverse our problems. The whole purpose is to reverse these problems. So one example, the core key of how to reverse your problem, I have given it through an experiment. So whenever you make effort, you use kumbhak. Now effort happens with your neuro musculoskeletal system. You use your breath hold to integrate your neuro musculoskeletal system to make an effort. Right? So if your neuro musculoskeletal system do not get the proper regeneration and degeneration, you will not be able to make right effort or proper effort. What I am talking about is regeneration in the body, new tissues forming, and degeneration of the body, old tissues going out of the body. This is a continuous process that is happening in the body. So let's see Is this regeneration and degeneration, the balance of this has deviated in the world? So what is your knee problem? What is your knee problem? The regeneration of cartilages are not happening. Myelitis, or what you call as myopathy, muscle loss, muscle weakness, what is that? The regeneration is not happening properly. The arthritis factor also happens because of lot of toxins at the joint. The degeneration is not happening properly. Toxins are not getting removed from the body properly. So this regeneration and degeneration is something that we have to get into balance. How many people you see are overweight or underweight in today's world? This problem is huge in the world, isn't it? Either the people are overweight or underweight. To maintain the right weight balance has become difficult in the world. Yes, isn't it? Yes. What is the basic problem? It is the imbalance of regeneration and degeneration. In Ayurveda, the rate of regeneration and degeneration is called as Vata. There is a word for it in Ayurveda. The rate of regeneration and degeneration is called as Vata. The energy of regeneration and degeneration is called as Pitta. And the material management in regeneration and degeneration is called as Kapha. So Ayurveda says, if there is a deviation of Vata, Pitta, Kapha, you will get into Neuro Musculoskeletal Problem. I'm generalizing it. Any kind of neuromusculoskeletal problem comes under what I am describing. So, I will describe it in another way also. But let's first talk about regeneration and degeneration. Now, this regeneration and degeneration depends upon what? It depends upon your body's ability to utilize food. What you term as metabolism. Your body's ability to utilize food. The food that you eat, the body should be able to utilize it to create new tissues, to create muscles, to create bone density, to create nervous system or nerves. Now this metabolism has gone weak in the world. What is the proof? Do you know neuromusculoskeletal problem is a metabolic disorder? Do you know diabetes is metabolic disorder? Do you know heart disease is metabolic disorder? Thyroid is metabolic disorder. Cancer is metabolic disorder. Any kind of chronic disease has a metabolic disorder in its core. Even your immune system disorder, autoimmune disease and other immune disorder, metabolism is a precursor to any immune system disorder. and they work inversely proportional. If your immunity is high, your metabolism will come down. Your immunity will go high when your body will get into some kind of risk. Do you think when you put a chemical inside the body gets into risk? Your body is not designed for chemical intake. When you put a chemical medicine into your body, the body gets into risk. It enhances, increases the immune system and downplays the metabolic system. All metabolic disorder is increasing in the world because of chemical medicine intake increasing rampantly in the world. One major factor of why you have got into neuro musculoskeletal problem is from childhood you are taking in chemicals or pushing chemicals inside the body. In the name of vaccination, in the name of doing something good to your body, you are actually doing a criminal act with the body. And obviously, the health quotient of the world cannot increase because of your destruction or destructive activity on your own body. I'll give you one example. All of you must have some quantity of medicine at home. Everybody has paracetamol, yes or no? You have paracetamol or some kind of painkiller in your home, in your first aid box, right? Now I'm just trying to make you understand. It is very important that you get it right. If you understand the whole thing clearly, then only you will be able to take a right decision towards correcting your system, isn't it? What you do in your life is your freedom. But you must get it clear in your head first. So, there are two kinds of painkillers. One is called as steroids. The other category is called as NSAID, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. Your paracetamol, nimesulide, there are many, ibuprofen, aceclofenac, diclofenac, all these comes under NSAID. Now they do this pain relieving activity by inhibiting a biocomplex called prostaglandin. Prostaglandin inhibitors. They are called as prostaglandin inhibitors. Now prostaglandin, what it does? Prostaglandin activates the regenerative factor in your body. When you are taking a painkiller, you are saying, I don't want new tissues in my body. When you are taking a painkiller or you are trying to put down your fever, you basically are saying, I don't want regeneration in my body. So what will you get? When you take paracetamol, what will you get in the life? Arthritis, rheumatoid, myasthenia gravis, dementia, tendinitis, carpal tunnel syndrome, and so on and so forth. Because these are all degenerative disease. What will your body do if it has to kill a virus within itself? Everybody of you must have gone through some kind of cold and cough, viral flu or corona in your life. You must have gone through all these cold and cough, viral flu, some kind of a viral infection. What happens when you get cold and cough? What happens first in your body? The body raises the temperature, what you call as fever. The body raises the temperature. By increasing the temperature by 5 degrees, the virus will get killed. But the moment body raises temperature, what do? Paracetamol. You are saying, I don't want you to kill the virus. So you want to treat yourself by taking medicine. If you don't take medicine, the viral will go off in 3 to 5 days. But if you take medicine, it will go off in a week to 15 days. But we are intelligent people, you know. We want to give credit to some medicine. So a week and 15 days is okay. Because if you would not have taken the medicine, you would have been treated in 3. You would have become well in 3 to 5 days. But we are intelligent people and we have to give credit to the recovery to some medicine. We choose a longer path. Okay, we'll become fine in 10 to 15 days, so we take medicine. Despite of your taking chemical intake, you are still living and breathing. Just pat your back, appreciate your body at least. With so much of torture, you are still living. This body is such a resilient entity. You have tried to kill it in every possible way, still it is living. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. You are trying to stop or activate every function within yourself, within the body. The body knows how to survive, how to do action. Are you doing the heart activity inside the body? Your own body? Are you doing it? Are you conducting it? Are you conducting any function inside the body? Doing the heartbeat? You are not doing it. You don't know how it is happening. Liver function, are you doing it? Kidney function? Neuro function? No, you are not doing it. But you feel it is my right to stop any function inside the body or deviate any function inside the body. You take in a chemical. These chemicals are called agonist or antagonist. They either stop a function or deviate a function. So we have tried to kill this body in every possible way. If it is still surviving, it's a miracle. It's a miracle, isn't it? You must at least appreciate the sturdiness, the robustness of this mechanism, which is human body. Okay, so I just gave you a hint of what we are doing. Don't go on narrative. You all are intelligent species. Use your wisdom rather your information or education. Please use your wisdom. You are all intelligent people. Don't always agree to what somebody says. There is a wisdom of life there which is alive in you. If you think from that wisdom, you can see this very clearly. So, Vata Pitta Kapha. Now I'll talk about Vata Pitta Kapha in a way where we can actually correct it. So the whole system or any living entity functions on three factors, which is Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Of course, I described it in a different manner. Now I am describing it in a different manner. First, the most powerful aspect which is needed inside your body is pressure. Pressure. Because action always happens in pressure gradient. So even if the cloud has to pour somewhere, you have read this rain cycle. From the sea, the water has to rise and become cloud. Then the cloud moves from high pressure to low pressure zone and pours down there. So even the cloud movement happens in a pressure gradient. From lower down in a tree, the tree has to pump water and mineral and all the food up. That happens in a pressure gradient from a high pressure to a lower pressure zone. In your body, food moves into your cells and out of your cells in a pressure gradient. You have to create an osmotic pressure. Your body has to create an osmotic pressure of the tissues and cells for proper intake and exchange of materials and gases and water. So your body functions in the right kind of a pressure ecosystem or architecture. If this pressure architecture goes down, your organs will not function properly. The absorption will not happen properly. Metabolism will not happen properly. Exchange of water, gases and nutrients will not happen properly. The right kind of pressure has to be generated in the body. Now I'm giving you one more example and proof to understand this. Just imagine your grandfather, grandmother. Just imagine your grandfather, grandmother. If you compare your grandfather and grandmother with yourself and think of the same age line, at the same age, what is the difference between them and you? One common difference. You can say they were not into these many problems. Yes, but what is that factor because of which they were not into all these chronic disease? They could make more effort with their body. You can't make that much of an effort with your body in comparison. They could do lot of things at a particular age with their body, make lot of effort. At the same age, you are not that efficient comparatively, isn't it? What we have lost through the ages, we have lost the capacity of effort making, of making effort. Our capacity of making effort is less than their capacity. So what you have lost fundamentally, if you have lost effort making ability, you have lost the capacity to hold your breath, because you make effort by holding your breath. Yes or no? Are you getting it? Are you with me? We have done an experiment. If somebody has joined later, they can watch the webinar again, because it is very important that you understand things. Only then your life will become better. It will not become better with ideas and narratives. So what you have lost in 2 generations, the ability to make effort with your body. That means you have lost the ability to hold your breath. Do you want to improve your life or not? Do you want to improve your effort making ability or not? Do you need a Kumbhak practice or not? Let me tell you, this is the only way through which your life experience, the quality of life will improve. There is no other way. If you think some medicine can improve your life, you are daydreaming. It will never happen. You must increase the body's ability to make effort. Now, what is metabolism? What is metabolism? The body's ability to utilize food. Now, take an example from your life's experience. You know, in your life, whenever you did lot of activity, that day you get lot of hunger. You become more hungry, isn't it? The more you become hungry, the more the body utilizes food. So with lot of effort in your young days, whenever you did lot of effort, lot of work, you became more hungry that day, you ate more food and your body utilized more food. How did you do that activity? Whatever activity that you did, by holding your breath in variable proportion. When you did Kumbhak, your body's ability to utilize food and your hunger increased. So Kumbhak increases metabolism. And we have lot of proof of that. There are thousands of people who have done Kumbhak and they have improved their metabolism. Their regeneration capacity has increased. People with lot of degenerative disease, they have come out of those diseases. People have come out of degenerative neuro disease also. Paralysis. People have come out of paralysis. Drop foot, myasthenia gravis, lockjaw, frozen shoulder. And we always say, even in the case of Parkinson, there is only one way in which you can improve your condition, and that is by doing Kumbhak. So first thing first, your metabolism has to improve. The moment your metabolism improves, the autoimmune factor of the body balances out. So whenever you take a pill or take some food which is deviated, genetically modified, hybrid, processed, inorganic, your body gets into risk. So it increases the immune quotient, the immune factor, the metabolism goes down. Whenever you take medicine, the immunity increases, metabolism goes down. We have deviated the environment also. Even with your breath, when you are breathing, your immune factor is trying to push up and your metabolism trying to go down. No doubt, all the metabolic diseases are on rise. They are becoming epidemic. So first thing first, you have to increase your metabolism. And that will happen with Kumbhak. With Kumbhak, you can increase your metabolism, and you'll see the moment you increase your metabolism, the autoimmune factor which is there inside the body, it goes down. It balances out itself. So even rheumatoid arthritis or any kind, Hashimoto or any kind of autoimmune syndrome in the body, it gets balanced out. It can become, you can reverse those things by taking in steroid. You will get into more and more problem. You should only take chemicals in a very emergency situation and for a short period of time. You should only take medicine when the condition is at a very high risk, and that too you should take it for a short period of time. Then you should ideally work upon the body in such a manner that your body's recovery strength, regenerative strength, metabolic strength, immunity, hormonal balance, detox strength, they improve. And the body should be able to take care by itself, because your body is designed for it. It can take care of anything by itself, but that strength has become very weak. So by Kumbhak we can increase all those strengths. So you should be working upon the body. If you start doing Kumbhak, you should work upon the body for at least 6 months. For 3 months continuously if you work, you can reduce 50% of your chemical medicine and take some alternative natural medicine. After 6 months, you decrease that 50% of chemical also to null. 100% of what medication you should be taking has to be natural, without any side effect, those kind of medication. Herbal. After 1 year, no medication at all, because your body is designed to take care of itself. You don't have the recovery strength. That's what we will increase through Kumbhak. Now, you can't change the environment. The second factor. I'll talk about 3 factors and then we'll go towards the question answer session. We'll tell you a little about the course. So the second factor. With every chemical, you get a side effect. You get an adverse drug reaction in the body. Right? Now, it doesn't happen with just chemical intake. It happens with the deviated food intake also. It happens with the deviated environment also. Now, you can't change the environment overnight. You should start changing the environment today. It will take 200 years. So what you should build is your tolerance toward a deviated environment. To build a tolerance toward a deviated food. To build a tolerance towards the adverse drug reaction. If you are tolerant enough, you will get less damage in the body. You can reduce the damage. You can reduce the adverse drug reaction. You can reduce the impact, the side effect of those things, isn't it? So how do you tolerate things? Now suppose you lift a 10 kg weight. You lift a 10 kg weight. How do you lift it up? How do you tolerate it? You hold your breath, isn't it? Can you lift any weight without holding your breath? No. The more weight you have to lift up, you will have to hold your breath more. So you tolerate things by holding your breath. Suppose you have to now lift 20 kg weight. So you have to hold your breath even more, isn't it? How do you tolerate weight? 10 kg weight? By holding your breath in a certain proportion. Now if you have to lift 20 kg weight, you will have to hold your breath even more. Are you practicing it? No, you are not practicing it. You are not doing Kumbhak. So how will you ensure that you do the risk in your life, the future risk gets reduced in your life? How can you ensure then? If you do not improve the tolerance of this body. By taking medicine, you will land up in a hospital one day. That is for sure. And the organ damage will happen one after another. You have to ensure that you tolerate the wrongs, the side effects of whatever we are consuming at this point of time. Not only consumption, but the environment also. So if you have more tolerance, you will be saved. Otherwise, there is no chance. Right? Second part, I have told you. Tolerance. That's how your future risk and the tolerance to all the wrongdoings will increase. You will get less damage. Okay. So, metabolism you have to improve. Kumbhak will improve. Tolerance you have to build. That Kumbhak will do. Third thing. What is the greatest weakness in your body which has created all the damage? Do you know it? You actually don't know. What all your diagnostics do is basically measure the symptom that is happening. But why the damage happened inside the body, nobody can actually scan it, diagnose it, do any test of it. The diagnostic system, the current diagnostic system cannot even tell you 1% of the total things that is happening inside the body. So it is insufficient. We have to do some other kind of diagnosis which can tell us the root weakness in the system and work upon it for a faster result. So that is why we do the world's only Prana Shakti diagnosis, which actually diagnoses the weakness in the functional capacity of human body, a particular functional capacity. So we tell you to do a little experiment with your breath, with a little experiment with your body and emotions, and fill up the form. Those results actually help us to come to a conclusion of what functional aspect of your body has become weak, because of which you have got into a particular problem, and then the other problem also came along. That is what we take as a basis to customize your module. We teach you a generic module. All of you will be taught a generic or the same kind of a Kumbhak module, and after diagnosis we'll customize it as per your body. So everybody's Kumbhak module gets customized according to the problem the person is facing, because all of you don't have the same problem, isn't it? You have all different problems, and it has progressed into multiple issues also, but something might have started first. So we do a diagnosis, a different non-invasive world's only Prana Shakti diagnosis, which actually tells us the functional weakness of your body. Right? We don't test ingredients. We don't test levels. We test the functional weakness of your body. And we customize the module according to that, so that you get a faster and a better result. So pressure I talked about is one thing through which you do action. The temperature of your body also has an ability to treat you or and keep you in a better health. That is called as Pitta. Pressure and temperature actually does the material management of your body. So pressure is called as Vata. Pressure also generates or regulates the temperature of your body. So it is called as Pitta, the temperature factor. And the third factor is Kapha, which is basically material management, which happens because of pressure and temperature. So this is Vata Pitta Kapha. The most powerful way to correct Vata Pitta Kapha is regulating the pressure. You can regulate the pressure by breath hold only. There is no other way. So we control the Vata. The Vata is controlled by pressure. The pressure also regulates the Pitta, temperature of your body. So Vata Pitta gets controlled. Vata Pitta together controls the material management, the Kapha factor in your body. The regeneration, degeneration thereby gets into balance. Right? So just by two factors, regeneration, degeneration, I have explained how it can be corrected and what are you doing to correct it, what is the right approach, what you are doing, how it is a wrong approach. You can take a proof of evidence of the numbers, the data of people into disease and how much it is increasing day by day. From there you can have the evidence of what I am saying. And you also know it through your own experience. So the experiments that we did, it's all into your experience. So we have to look at the health of humanity from a completely different perspective to actually reverse it, come to a state of health and happiness. Right? I'll stop here.
Thank you so much for listening to Swamiji patiently. Now I will be inviting Bharti ma'am. So she's just joined in. So she's been a participant of Ashtaang Chikitsa. So she'll be sharing her journey of Ashtaang Chikitsa. Thank you so much, Bharti ma'am, for joining us today. So in short, if you could let us know your journey, what were your doubts and when you started the Ashtaang Chikitsa program and your health conditions and how in your journey of 9 weeks, how you slowly came out of your health conditions.
Thank you so
Over to
much,
you,
Archana
Bharti
ji.
ma'am.
Thank you so much, Archana ji, and Pranam Swami ji.
Thank
And good evening, everybody. My name is Bharti Chauhan. I am from Pune. And before I talk about the benefit I got from Ashtaang Chikitsa, just 30 seconds, let me talk about my medical history, right? So I'm sorry, I have pets, so I don't have control over them. And so at the age of 29, my left oophorectomy was done. The left ovary was removed. At the age of 30, my total hysterectomy was done. Then appendectomy, and then tonsillectomy, and then gallbladder removal, and then 2 of the accidents. So overall, 8 major surgeries as well as 1 clinical depression. So as a result, my naturally the hormonal system went on toss, and my bones, my skeleton got into the trouble. So I'm 55 plus now, and very active person throughout my life. And suddenly last year I got diagnosed as a multiple joint osteoarthritis, wherein since I come from an army background, wherein command hospital suggested that I need to go for knee replacement, and I was like, no, not anymore. Enough of scapula and scissors are been done on my body. I need to really work on something else. So went to another hospital. They said the same thing, and that was the time I could feel my skeleton. Wherever it is, there is a joint, I have a pain. That kind of a situation I was in, and totally bedridden. So it was giving a lot of trouble to me. At the same time, very firm that I will not go for any surgery. Now, the way you are there in this webinar, I saw one ad on Instagram, and I decided to go for, okay, let me go for this Ashtaang Chikitsa Kumbhak therapy. So, but at the same time, I did not have a doubt. I was like, somewhere from the gut, I had the feeling that, this is going to work over me. And I was sitting like you, the way you all are attending this webinar. And believe me, first 10 days, my IBS got sorted, which was the frequent loose motion from morning 6 to 1, 5, 6 hours. So first that got settled down. I attended the workshop being on the bed. I was not able to put my legs down. I was not able to sit over the chair. Completed my oral course, and within 3 months, I started getting into the stairs without holding the railing, started walking without support. All these things happened, but to my surprise, I was back to all the activities which I loved or liked. Maybe it is walking, maybe it is dance, and you will be happy to know that last Sunday I went for trekking also. So this is the impact I have got, and I'm sold to that this particular uh, Ashtaang Chikitsa and Kumbhak therapy. This is what I just wanted to share with all of you, and the kind of a support you get during the program, even if it is online, uh, somewhere you are not able to pick up what has been told. You have been told very, very patiently, 3 times, 4 times by your trainer that, this is not the right position, this is not the right way to do it. And you've been supported very well. That is the best part. And the confidence building. So this is what I just want to share. You have any question, you can go ahead with the question. But this is my sincere sharing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rachna ji. Thank you, Swamiji. Charan Sparsh.
Thank you so much, Bharti ma'am. So now we will quickly go in for the online program details, which will be shared by Anilji. So over to Anilji to please share the online program details with our participants.
Thank you, Rachnaji. Give me a few seconds and I'll share my screen. Are you able to see my screen, Rachnaji?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, so let us know about the Ashtaang Chikitsa online program details. A lot of you may be waiting for these details. First of all, this is a guided program which is conducted online by trained Kumbhak mentors. Just like you are attending this webinar on the Zoom app, in the same way their classes will be conducted. This is the first thing. Like Swamiji told in the video also, there are 3 modules in the program: Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Duration of each module is 21 days or 3 weeks. So 3 weeks into 3 modules makes it a 9-week program. Then you can see that it's 9 plus 1 week. So why 1 week has been added? That we'll discuss shortly. Overall, there'll be total of 18 classes. 2 live classes will be conducted per week for 9 weeks. Out of these 2 classes, one is called the main class and the second one is called the practice class. We'll talk about what is the difference between the two. What are the next steps? You pay the program fee and there's a special group fee that we'll be announcing for people who are attending it live. After that, you fill up the participant onboarding form through which we'll create login credential for course access. What is this course access? That we'll also talk about. And then you'll be starting your classes with module 1. After completing module 1, you will be going to the next module. The first module is Vata, second one is Pitta, and the third one is Kapha. All 3 modules have to be completed one by one. Total classes in module 1, there are 6 classes, same for module 2, same for module 3. So 3 modules into 6 classes per module makes it a total of 18 classes. Now, apart from that, there'll be 3 refresher classes also after every module. After 3 weeks, there'll be 1 extra class. So everything that was being taught in the previous classes will be refreshed. Then there's 1 customization class also, which will happen in the 10th week. What is this customization? This we'll discuss in detail shortly. What are the class start dates? 11th August, 7 a.m. This is as per Gulf Standard Time. This 7 a.m. is the time. Classes will be on Monday and Wednesday. And we'll share all the dates of these classes in the WhatsApp group and in the chat also. What is the class experience like? As you must have understood by now, these are live classes which will be conducted on the Zoom app. Mentors watch all the participants, so keeping your cameras switched on during the classes will be compulsory, so that the mentors can correct you if you are not doing the homework practices as per their instructions. There'll be written instructions in English and Hindi, and session recordings will be provided. Like these will be live classes. After the class is over, the recording of the class will be uploaded to your course dashboard, for which you will be given a login ID and password. Apart from that, there'll be a lot of extra things like mental practices will be there. You'll get a unique diet perspective. Mind you, this is not a diet plan. There are no diet plans given in this therapy. There are no dietary restrictions while doing your this Kumbhak therapy. You can continue having the kind of food that you are used to eating. A lot of people ask us if they need to stop, like a lot of people are non-vegetarians. So you do not need to stop anything, because what we are working on this in this therapy is the metabolism. That is the first thing that is worked upon. So whatever the kind of food you are having, you can continue with that. Then there'll be simple detox processes, and a lot of knowledge will be shared during these 9 weeks with us. Before I share more details, it's very important to know who this program is not for, or who all will not be able to do this program. This is not for people who are looking for a magic pill and want results tomorrow only. If you're looking for a medicine, no medicine is given in this, because on the contrary, it's a way to come out of your medicine, be it natural, be it allopathic or chemical medicines. And this is not for those who are not ready to work in their body, because you need to put some time, because popping a pill does not take much time. But for this therapy to work, since it's a long term solution or a permanent kind of a solution, so you need to strengthen your internal organs, and that's how you come out of your health issues. And you may be required to invest 45 to 60 minutes every day to do your daily Kumbha practices. If you are not able to devote this much of time, then also you won't be able to do this program. And this is not for those who are impatient. We understand when you're into pain, into a lot of chronic ailment for a long, long time, the patience goes down. But still, if you keep patient, then you will be able to take advantage of this amazing therapy. And this is not for those looking for a free treatment or just some tips. A lot of people misunderstand that the therapy is free, because what we advertise is that there's a free introductory webinar about Ashtaang Chikitsa. Now, many people misunderstand that the treatment is free. It is not, because it is to be done under the supervision of Kumbhak mentors under their guidance, so it cannot be free. And a lot of people attend a lot of webinars just to pick up some tips. So if you're one of them, you must have noticed that neither did Swamiji to give any tips, nor are we going to give you any tips, because a permanent or a long term solution does not happen through tips. Had that been the case, you would have already solved your problems through various tips being given on YouTube and other places. Body needs to be looked at from a different angle, and things have to be thought from a different angle. Like you must have listened to, if you must have listened to Swamiji, he talks about some things which are completely new or not talked about so much. So that's the last point about who this program is not for. Now let's talk about what all you get in the program, how is the program conducted, how is the diagnosis done, because you need to understand so that you can take advantage of this. First point is the Pran Shakti diagnosis for root cause determination. This is a unique diagnosis and one of its kind on the whole planet, because it's a non-medical diagnosis, and secondly, it's a online diagnosis. Now, both the things may sound very strange to you, because how can a diagnosis be done online and what is a non-medical diagnosis? Let me explain. You'll get a link to a form and you'll be asked to do some experiments on your breath and emotions and note the observations in this form. Second, You will be writing about all your health issues in this form in the order that they occurred in. Like this problem came first, then this problem, then this, like this. In this order, you'll be writing about all your health issues. And third, you'll be uploading a selfie photograph, shoulder and above, in which the face should show very clearly, but no specs on the eyes. And in case of ladies, no makeup also. When these three things reach Swamiji, he is able to determine the weak functional strength in the body or the weak organs in the body due to which you have landed in your current health issues. This is Prana Shakti diagnosis, and where and when it will be used, that you'll understand shortly. Then weekly one main class will be there. It's 60 to 90 minutes, but normally we finish the class in about 60 minutes. Then questions are taken up. So depending on the number of questions, the class may extend. But if you don't have any questions to ask, then you can be free in 60 minutes or so. Then there'll be one practice class about the same time. And then access to recordings of the live classes will be there with you for 3 months. After your 9 weeks are over or after your 10 weeks are over, because in the 10th week you get your customized practices, which I'll talk about very soon. After that, you have access to all these recordings for 3 months. During this time, you can watch again and again, even make notes also, so that you can practice as per how you are able to understand and as per your notes if you want to make them. Then videos of all kriyas done in the class. These will be short videos of each Kumbhak practice. The recording is of, let's say, 60 minutes, the whole recording of the class. But if you just need to see how a particular Kumbha Kriya is to be done, you just watch that video. It may take 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes to watch a short video. So it will save you a lot of time. Then there'll be written instructions in English and Hindi, which you can even download and print also. And these will come very handy when you're traveling or when there's no internet or the internet speed is very low, because that time your videos won't play. The recording of the classes won't play properly. So written instructions, if you have them with you, you'll be able to refer to them and continue your daily practices. Then private WhatsApp group to ask your doubts and questions in. This is the most important part of the support system that we provide. As soon as you enroll, you'll be added to a class WhatsApp group for daily support. Like I told you that there'll be 2 live classes per week for 9 weeks. The remaining days of the week, you'll be required to practice on your own. And while practicing on your own, if you have any doubt, any question, that this is the place to ask them in. Our mentors are there in these groups. They'll be answering all your questions. They'll be clarifying all your doubts, and they'll keep on guiding you in a step-by-step manner. Then individual participant progress tracking and feedback. As I told you, there are 3 modules in the program. After every module, you'll be filling up a short form. Through this form, we'll come to know what progress or how much progress you are making. If you're not making any progress, then we try to find out the reason. If you're doing the practices as instructed or not, if you're practicing on a daily basis or not. So through this form, we are able to track that. Then therapy customization of each participant in the 10th week. Please pay attention to this point, because this is very, very important, and this is linked to the first point. Do you remember the first point? It was Pran Shakti diagnosis for root cause determination. Now, based on your Pran Shakti diagnosis, your therapy will be customized in the 10th week. Now, a question arises that if diagnosis is done in the first week, because you get 1 week to fill up that Pran Shakti diagnosis form, so the diagnosis will be used in the 10th week. Why in the 10th week? Why not in the beginning only? There's a reason behind it. These customized practices are really powerful. And if given in the first week only, your body will not be able to bear the impact of these practices. Since we are talking about neuro musculoskeletal issues, so a lot of people have a lot of internal weakness, organ weakness. In these 9 weeks, enough strength is built so that When you are giving your customized practices, you are able to do these very powerful practices without any problem. So this is the reason why it's given in the 10th week. And everybody gets a separate customized practices. Like Swamiji told in the video, the first 9 weeks will be common because we are trying to bring the body to a minimum level of strength, internal organ strength. Then specially recorded audio instructions will be there, which you can just play on your mobile device or your laptop and continue doing your practices. This will save you a lot of time because you don't have to watch a video, because when you watch and you listen also, that takes much time, but you just play and just listen and do your practices. And here comes the unbelievable part. Want to know what is that? Live Zoom support for 12 months after the program is over. I'll repeat. This is 12 months, a full 1 year of support after the program is over. The only program which has a support built into it for complete 12 months. Why do we do this? We do this because a lot of people who are suffering from neuro musculoskeletal problems, the very, very chronic ailments are there. And a lot of times we've seen that in these 9 weeks, the duration of the program, they tend to miss a lot of classes because in between the program they fall sick. A lot of and sometimes people are traveling. So various factors are there. So people are worried if 9 weeks is enough or not. So that's why we built a 12-month support. And this support is given through live Zoom sessions. Live Zoom sessions with a senior mentor. So you don't have to worry at all if something happens, if you're not able to attend classes. Full 1 year is with you. We are there with you, fully committed to give you absolutely top class support so that you can come out of your health issues. I don't think so. You must have seen such a kind of a support. I'm sure about that. Let's get on further. Program reviews, you can go online. You can just go to Google, type Avisa Healing and Fitness Private Limited, and you'll be able to see a lot of testimonials. And just observe the average star rating is 4.8. And when you go to this, you'll see a lot of long testimonials people have read, and that only people who have actually benefited can write. It won't be just people clicking on 5 stars, not like that. So just go and have a look, and you'll be surprised the kind of benefits people are getting. And if you want to see some video testimonial, you can type Avisa space healing, and you'll see this green color logo. This is our channel on YouTube. You just click on playlists and then again click on Ashtaang Chikitsa testimonials. If you see this rectangle in red, inside it 1/518. Till today, till 1 hour back, these were 518 testimonials on YouTube. And let me inform you, only 10% of people give testimonials because most of them do not want to talk about their health issues publicly. So, which means thousands and thousands of people are already getting benefited. And if you if you too can take advantage of this, you too can get out your health issues. Even if you're suffering for 20 years, 30 years, you'll hear, if you listen to some of the testimony, people were suffering from 20 years, 30 years, but couldn't get out of any, through their health issues. But through Kumbh, they're able to get out of now. So what's the course fees? You must be looking forward to this. What's the course fees? We have two options. First option is one-on-one personal classes. Second option is group classes. We'll talk about both. In one-on-one classes, there'll be one instructor and one participant. And the time of these classes will be decided after having a discussion with you. And the availability of the mentor at that time. The fees is Indian rupees 40,000 for this, for one-on-one classes. Now for group classes, the fees is 15,000. It's a special webinar fee. Normal fees is 21,000. But like I announced in the beginning, there's a special fee that will be announcing just 15,000, including everything that I talked about. We'll recap also what all you get in the program. Uh, in various currencies like in dirham, these are there, and we'll post these details in the WhatsApp group and in the chat also. So whichever your currency is, you will be able to have a look and get the picture clear. Uh, let's recap what all you get in the program. Pran diagnosis or root cause determination, weekly one main class, weekly one practice class, access to recordings of the live classes for 3 months, videos of all clears done in the class, written instruction in English and Hindi, private WhatsApp group to ask for doubts and questions in, individual participant progress tracking, therapy customization in the 10th week, audio instruction, 48 live Zoom support session after the program is over for 1 year. This is the recap. How to enroll? The first step is to pay the program fee. Then you post the payment receipt in the WhatsApp group. It's the same WhatsApp group from which you got the link to attend this webinar. After that, you'll fill the participant onboarding form, which Neha from our team will send you on your personal chat. She'll also send you the class group join link. This is the same class group where you get daily support. Step 5 is to start attending classes to learn Ashtaang Chikitsa. It's a simple 5-step process. These are the payment methods: debit card, credit card, net banking. Internationally, if you're paying, you can use your credit card. If you have a PayPal account, you can use that. And if you want to do a bank transfer, there's a site called wise.com. There's a very low fee involved in this. So a lot of people, like we run many batches in Singapore, Hong Kong, and Malaysia. So a lot of people reported that this is the very good site where they don't charge so much of transaction fees. So you can even use that if it's applicable in your country. Uh, Again, I'll share the batch date, 11th August, 7 a.m. Gulf time. Classes will be on Monday and Wednesday. And like I told you, we'll share all the details, all the class dates in the WhatsApp group and in the chat also. Now, this is the last slide of my part of the presentation, where I'll talk about a super team which will be at your service, and we'll make sure that you get the best of the services. We have Rachna Shilva. She is the program director and the host of this webinar. Shalini Bhagwat, she is the class manager. She assigns different batches to different mentors. Neha Upadhyay, she is the enrollment in charge. She is the person you will be talking to or interacting to the most before starting your classes. Manager IT, Ashwini Kumar. Then we have a team of mentors, Ranjana, Soni, Aruna Narayana, Neena Rai, Meera, Sushma, Manvish, Anjali, Ganga, Arijit. Then in technical, we have Sheetal. Sheetal is the person who will help you if you face any difficulty with technology. For example, if you're not able to log into your course dashboard to watch the recordings, if your videos are not playing, if your audio is not playing, so Sheetal is the person who will be helping you with all those kind of issues. Then in personal support, we have Anita, Kavita, and Mehak. These people will call you to find out how your program is going on. If you're facing any problem or not, if you are able to understand whatever issues will be there. So these will be the one of these three people will be getting in touch with you. WhatsApp admin Anil Chan, that's me. I, along with Rachna ji and Neha, will be answering all your questions after the webinar in the WhatsApp group, maybe tomorrow and day after. Because due to limited time, maybe Swamiji may not be able to answer all your questions, or maybe your question is not taken. But if your question is not taken or answered, do not worry at all. Post the same question in the WhatsApp group and we'll answer each and every question. No question will be left unanswered. And with this, I come to the end of my part of the presentation. Thank you and namaskar. I hand over the webinar back to Rachna.
Thank you so much, Anilji, for sharing the program details. Now, Swamiji has joined in, so I request all the participants to please share their number and their health issues so that I can take up the questions one by one. Thank you so much. I'll just put Swamiji on spotlight. Namaste, Swamiji. Okay. Sunita D'Souza, ma'am, my uncle's right hand shakes a lot and no doctor in Mumbai is able to understand the root cause. How can he be cured?
Shaking of hand, fundamentally, what it means is the motor neurons, the controlling factor of this body is weak. Now, surprisingly, if you observe that whenever you want to control your hand, suppose somebody is shaking your hand and you want to hold your hand, you'll see the more you have the breath hold, the more you will be able to control. So breath hold is the controlling factor of your nervous system. More, more breath hold you are able to do. You hold your breath for more longer, the better your control is. So one thing that you need to understand is kumbhak. This is what we call as breath hold. So kumbhak is the controlling factor. Breath hold is the controlling factor of your nervous system. If you improve it, the control, you can get back the control. Also, through breath hold, the neuro regeneration, the plasticity of your neurons is also associated with the breath hold. So we have seen neuro regeneration happening by practicing kumbhak or this module.
So Sunita ma'am is asking, he is a heart patient, can he hold his breath?
The problem with the heart patient is whenever the heart patient makes some effort through the body, suppose a heart patient climbs some staircases, what will happen? He'll get into breathlessness. So whenever the heart patient lifts a weight, lifts some weight, he'll get into breathlessness. That means the breath will become haywire, haphazard. So what is the weakness of a heart patient? The weakness of a heart patient is breath hold. So whenever the person makes some effort, that means you make any effort by holding your breath. Whenever the heart patient makes an effort of holding breath, he gets into trouble. The whole breath hold factor is weak in a heart patient. So if a person wants to come out of heart disease, that means the person wants to strengthen the heart, then he'll have to practice breath hold. But we are not making those people practice breath hold as if they're going to win some championship. No, it is not a breath hold championship that we are doing. Slowly and steadily, we will improve the breath hold factor. And that's how your heart, we have seen cases like low ejection fraction, LVH, left ventricular hypertrophy, heart palpitation, and many issues associated with blood pressure and heart disease. Because we run a program for blood pressure and heart disease, people come out of those problems pretty easily through practicing kumbhak. So the weakness of a heart patient is breath hold. Improving the breath hold will make the heart strong of a heart patient, make the heart strong, and that's how the person will come out of all those difficulties.
Okay, so Yogesh sir talks about my wife has sciatica and I have high blood pressure and lot of inflammation in my body.
So we did the first scientific experiment in the world, correlating kumbhak with mitochondria health and inflammatory markers of the body. Right? After 4 weeks of doing kumbhak, the inflammatory markers came down drastically. Mitochondria health improved drastically. So the first thing is, any difficulty which has a neuromusculoskeletal basis. One thing which a person needs to recover is high energy. Weakness is something which is felt by everybody. So by improving the mitochondrial health, the energy becomes high, the recovery factor becomes high, and the inflammatory markers come down. So this has been proven. The second part, if you have multiple issues, so we'll have to assess which program will be the best for that person. So if you have multiple issues, please put down your number. Somebody will get back to you. They'll take a little more parameters, a little more data from you, and will assess the situation and send you to the right program.
Munir, MA, body numbness, headache, and gets panic for even a small concern or task given by manager. And numbness triggers all around the body, left side face numbness and speech disorder.
So this is mainly concerned with something called as anxiety. Anxiety and adrenal overactivity in your body, they are correlated. So the emergency switch of your body is adrenal glands. If the tolerance of your body is weak, with a little stress, the emergency switch gets on. It is put on. So you get into an anxiety situation. There are some cases where they get into an anxiety attack. Your case is almost closer to anxiety attack or adrenal fatigue. So the solution is only one. If you improve the tolerance of your body, the resilience of your body, you'll see slowly the emergency switch will not be on with whatever kind of stress that you face, and this situation will come down. Now, emergency switch, when we say adrenal overactivity and tolerance, they are correlated. And now tolerance is all about holding your breath. Now, suppose you want to tolerate a 20 kg weight. How will you do it? By holding your breath, you will lift that weight, 20 kg weight. Now you want to lift 30 kg weight. So you'll have to hold your breath a little more. So by improving the breath hold factor, the tolerance of your body improves. The tolerance improves, the adrenal overactivity comes down, anxiety attack comes down, anxiety comes down, and you are able to sustain even a difficult situation without getting into anxiety. That's how you'll come out of this situation. There is no other solution to this.
Okay. Sir, high cholesterol, which could not be cured with medicine, as doctor says it's genetic, low energy, body pain, and diabetic. Kindly help.
First of all, cholesterol is not a bad thing. The new researchers say the higher your cholesterol, the higher your survival capacity. So if your cholesterol is always high, you have to pat your body. You have to give good marks to your body. Right? A little high cholesterol or a high cholesterol is always good for the body. There is no evidence which correlates or associates cholesterol with atherosclerosis and heart attack. There is no evidence. So you'll have to be up to date in terms of your knowledge, and probably your doctor also have to be. So a very information in this information age, you have Google and AI and whatnot. So find out for yourselves if cholesterol is good or bad. Cholesterol is always good. Now you don't try to lower it down, otherwise your body will get into crash. All your immune cells are manufactured from cholesterol and triglyceride. So don't try to lower your cholesterol down. But if your cholesterol is high, it always means that your body gets into risk very quickly. So once again, let's correlate it with the tolerance of your body. If the tolerance of your body is high, your body may not need to higher up or to put up cholesterol levels in the body. So what we have seen and have experienced that even what you call as clarified butter, ghee, by just drinking ghee, a little ghee in empty stomach, your cholesterol comes down. Right, cholesterol, 90% of your cholesterol is manufactured in your body. You can't take it from outside. So if your body is manufacturing cholesterol, it is something good. It wants it. Right. And kumbhak reduces cholesterol, fatty liver, triglyceride levels, because kumbhak improves tolerance. Also, if the body is flow factor within the body, if the flow factor is fine, the cholesterol will come down. That's what kumbhak does. It is correcting the pressure ecosystem of your body. Yes, yes. We always suggest to drink A2 ghee, a little ghee in empty stomach, and that's how you'll see the cholesterol unwanted things. Because ghee is something which is a protective thing. It is a lubricating stuff. It gives your body that ease. That's why the cholesterol also comes down by just drinking ghee.
Okay.
Yes, normal people can.
Aarti Loiwal, chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia, will it heal?
Fibromyalgia is the dryness or drying up of muscles. Fatigue, I already said mitochondria, energy powerhouse of your body is mitochondria. Every cell is mitochondria. So the powerhouse of your cell is mitochondria. By doing kumbhak, mitochondria health improves and fatigue will go away. First of all, it's 100% guaranteed. Now, fibromyalgia is the body's water holding capacity. I'll talk about fibromyalgia in two different ways. You pluck a stem or a small branch of a tree. A fresh part of a tree is more flexible. But if you keep it in the sun for 10-15 days, it'll become dry and it'll break very easily. Now, after 10-15 days, the little part of that tree, a stick, will actually dry out. This is what is happening in fibromyalgia. The muscles are drying out. It is becoming hard. So after doing few weeks of kumbhak, what you will also see that hard part of your body, the hard skin on your body, in the elbows, shoulders, buttocks, the hard skin on your body will become soft. So kumbhak actually softens the whole body. Actually, kumbhak reverses the biological age of cell. One. Second thing, kumbhak is holding. It is also helpful in water holding capacity of your body. So the water flow in your body will even out, and that's how you'll see the fibromyalgia, the drying up of muscles. You'll come out of that, and it will become fine.
Okay.
Next question.
Srinivas sir, lactose intolerance and ghee. I know adding a spoon of ghee to morning tea helps lubricate the organs.
Lactose intolerance is a different thing. Again, tolerance and intolerance when we compare. I said, what is the tolerance of your body? It is breath hold. How much you can hold your breath is the tolerance or the tolerant capacity of your body. So lactose intolerance, one thing. Apart from that, glucose intolerance. Apart from that, insulin intolerance. These are the things which are increasing in the world. Vitamin deficiency, calcium deficiency, these are increasing in the world. Why? Because the absorption factor, the tolerance to any external object is actually reducing in the world. If you compare yourself with your grandfather and grandmother, in 2 generations, the tolerance of human body have decreased drastically. So, lot of allergies can be seen. Lactose intolerance is a kind of allergy. One part is the tolerance capacity of your body. The second part is histamine intolerance. So, when you put something inside the body, there is a hormone, there is an hormone which releases to actually neutralize the unwanted ingredients of whatever you have ingested. That is histamine. Now, if you put unwanted things from your childhood in this human body, see, your body is not designed for chemical consumption. You won't put diesel in a petrol vehicle. But your body is also not designed for chemical consumption. But we are putting chemicals in this body right from infancy, isn't it? All those vaccinations and medicine, allopathic medicine, those are all chemicals. Apart from that, hybrid, inorganic, processed, and genetically modified food, we have changed the ingredient of our atmosphere, ingredient of the air. So we are ingesting through our mouth, through our nostrils, many things which are unwanted. So histamine release is very frequent in the body. And slowly, when it is very frequent, your body becomes intolerant to histamine release. That's how you develop something, allergies and things like lactose intolerance. Even people are getting into gluten intolerance and whatnot, pollen intolerance, a season intolerance, and food intolerance, and so on and so forth. It's increasing in the world. So we need to improve the tolerance capacity of your body. Only then you can come out of it with any kind of anti-allergic medicine. Nobody has come out of these kind of allergies and intolerance. See, whatever, if you notice last 50 years, nobody has come out of it. Even 100 years, nobody has come out of any chronic disease, right? Any neuromusculoskeletal disease. The episodes of all these diseases are increasing day by day.
Okay. Gunnu Shahapuri, gastritis, acidity.
Itis means inflammation. Once again, correlated with our research, right? So, inflammation, inflammatory markers, if it has to get down, you will have to improve the tolerance capacity of your body. And that's how our research also says in 4 weeks, by doing Kumbhak, the inflammatory markers comes down. So, itis means inflammation. When it is about gastritis, there are 2 more factors that you need to take, or bulky, in fact, 3 more factors that you need to take into consideration. What are those? The strength of your liver, the functional strength of your liver, the gut health, and the third factor is the metabolic strength of your body. So the liver functionality, we have seen the liver function improves by doing Kumbha. The second thing is gut health. You can take a little support from outside in terms of probiotic, prebiotic, postbiotic. And the second factor is improving the peristaltic movement of your gut, which is correlated with something called as Nagavayu. Nagavayu can be improved by Nagakumbhak. So whenever there is a case like gastritis and problems related to gut, we specially give that person a special customized kumbhak to improve the gut functioning, the peristaltic movement of gut. The third thing is metabolic strength. Metabolic strength directly correlates with breath hold in terms of if you can inhale for a certain count, say, if you can inhale for a count of 10 seconds, if you can hold your breath for 40 to 50 seconds, then your metabolic strength will keep on improving. So one of the few immediate result that we observe in people who have started Kumbhak is their hunger quotient becomes good and their digestion improves. So gut health in all three ways, liver health, peristaltic movement, and metabolic health can be improved through Kumbhak. There's a little support that you can also take from outside in terms of probiotic, prebiotic, postbiotic, those kind of stuff, as well as liver tonic. If you say natural liver tonic, if you use, it'll be of some help.
Okay, Sujata Sudha ma'am, swelling on legs, kindly let me know.
There can be many reasons for swelling of legs. One of the reason is there is something called as Udan Vayu, the upward thrust, the upward force, the upward movement in your body has become weak. So this is called as Udana Vayu or Udana Shakti. Something in you which keeps you upright. The strength of your body to keep itself upright and move things upwards. Now, one other thing that you can observe is uh, we are a living being, moving being, but in trees also, in plants also, things move from roots up to the leaves at the top. And how does nutrient and water move up a tree? It always moves in a pressure gradient from higher pressure to lower pressure. So if the pressure ecosystem of your body is not okay, it will be very difficult for things which are downwards to move upwards. By doing Kumbhak, you are correcting the pressure ecosystem of your body. In Ayurveda, it is called as Vata Dosha. Vata. Pressure is called as Vata. Kumbhak is the only mechanism to create pressure in the body in a right manner if you do it with a certain formula. So, one thing is the upward movement, the Udana factor has become weak, which can be corrected through Kumbhak. The second thing is if the kidneys are not doing its work properly, even then there can be swelling in legs. Kidney function can be improved by doing Kumbhak. In both the ways, Kumbhak will be very helpful.
Okay. Srinivas sir, in USA talks now of flu vaccines having mercury.
See, you can't avoid mercury. There are many places where groundwater has mercury. But in India, in Bharat, we have a way to actually use mercury as a medicine. One thing is, if vaccines have mercury, first of all, I'm not somebody who is a very avid supporter of vaccine. I'm, in fact, doing work in the area of Kumbhak where your body can actually improve the immune factors by itself, improve the what you call as when you put a vaccine in the body develops an immune system towards that particular pathogen. But by doing Kumbhak, it naturally happens. So improving the immune factor of your body through Kumbhak is what I am working towards. Putting something outside, putting a danger and let the body resist that danger is not always okay, especially when there is a very low chance of that danger to enter this body. So if there are vaccines and government has put a condition that everybody has to take that vaccine, you can't avoid it. But you can avoid the side effects of those vaccines. If those vaccines have mercury, obviously it will not do any good. But then how to improve the tolerance of your body so that you get the least amount of side effect through that is what we are working towards. Practically, if you are doing Kumbhak, you'll get very least amount of side effects of chemical intervention that we are doing with this human body.
The next question is from Gulcher. Osteoarthritis, joint pains, flatulence, bloating.
There are two things associated here: weak metabolism, and the second factor is inflammation. And these two things are correlated. You can understand it in terms of an engine, IC engine, internal combustion engine. So you put any kind of fuel in your internal combustion engine, and initially what happens? The engine gives you 40% efficiency. And slowly, through ages, through years, and through time, the efficiency of the engine comes down. When the efficiency of that engine comes down, it gives a lot of smoke, black smoke. What it means is the efficiency has come down from 40% to 20%. So similarly, your digestion capacity is your engine. When the metabolism comes down, your body makes a lot of toxins instead of utilizing food properly, efficiently. The efficiency of utilizing food of this body has gone down. That means the metabolic strength has gone down. It produces a lot of toxins. The toxin creates inflammation in the body. So metabolic strength and inflammatory markers are always associated. As I told you before, metabolic health can only be improved by improving the breath hold capacity of the body. And thereby the inflammatory markers also come down. This is the research I was talking about. Right?
Vaibhav sir talks about scleroderma.
Now, scleroderma is a skin disease, and usually a lot of steroids are put in all the skin issues. In most of the cases, in fact, in many cases, steroid is the last option. So many of them are autoimmune disorder. Now, let me tell you how to come out of it in two different ways. First of all, again, let's correlate every disease with your gut. How much you are able to utilize your food. So metabolic strength, all these are metabolic disorders in some way or the other. Arthritis, rheumatoid, neuromusculoskeletal issues. Most of the issues are, they start from your gut or they start from your metabolic health. If your metabolic health is down, you will get into those chronic disease issues, including skin disease. So liver is an important factor. Liver health is an important factor in every skin disease. You'll have to improve the liver health. You'll have to improve the metabolic health. The second part of it is, because it is an autoimmune disorder, your immunity needs to be balanced. Your immunity has two basic things. One, your immunity and metabolism, they are inversely proportional. If your immunity goes up, your metabolism comes down. So if you improve the metabolism, immunity will balance out. That's how you can come out of autoimmune disorder, by improving the metabolic factor of this body. The second thing is tolerance of your body, which I have been talking about. If you improve the tolerance of your body, the enhanced or the active immunity will balance out automatically. And that's how you can come out of autoimmune syndrome. So skin disease, one, metabolic factor, liver health. The second thing is immune factor. These two things need to be addressed, that we address through Kumbhak.
Okay. Anybody from the participants who would like to ask their question can please raise their hands. Vashdevi ma'am talks about hernia, then can I do Kumbhak?
Yes, you can do Kumbhak. The what you call as the structure maintaining strength of your body. Your body has a specific structure. If the structure maintaining strength of your body is weak, Then you get into structural disorder. Hernia is one of them. So this is also called as Vyana dosha. If your exhalation strength is not good, then getting into a structural disorder is pretty easy. You can do Kumbhak, and Kumbhak can in fact correct the structural disorder. Also, if it is too much, the symptom of hernia or the problem related to hernia will come down drastically.
Okay, Shalu Goel, ma'am, my brother is having swollen one leg. Now patches, black also coming. He has slip disc bulge, herniated disc. What could be the reason? Please share how to cure.
There can be three different reasons. One, the alignment of the body is not okay. The right side of your body and the left side of your body is not aligned. There are three basic alignments which we do in our program. The alignment of navel, the alignment of middle of chest, the alignment of skeletal structure. So the program teaches three different alignments. It is embedded in the program. The second factor is, once again, anything on your body, skin, related to neuromusculoskeletal system has an association with metabolic strength. The liver function, the gut health, and the metabolic strength. That if that improves, what you call as blackish patches, it is Vata dosha in Ayurveda. If something becomes black, it is Vata dosha. Pressure gradient has become wrong in the body, or it is not correct. If there is something red, it is called as Pitta dosha. The thermal ecosystem of your body is not okay. If it is whitish in color, it is called as Kapha dosha. Or the material management of your body is not okay. So the pressure ecosystem is called as Vata, the thermal ecosystem Pitta, and the material management functionality of your body is called as Kapha. Vat, Pitta, Kapha is the principle of Ayurveda. So in terms of Ayurveda, something is becoming black, it is Vata dosha. By correcting the pressure ecosystem, Vata will become fine. You can also take some Ayurvedic support if necessary. The third thing that I would want to emphasize upon here is the strength of your spine. Slip disc, slip bulge issues, disc bulge issues, and weakness of spine, lumbar issues, cervical issues are increasing in the world. It also suggests that strength of your spine is becoming weak. Not just of a single person, but of the whole humanity. The strength of spine is going down. Spine is what actually differentiates us from the whole animal kingdom. Our spine is perfectly erect. Our spine, human spine, is comfortable when it is upwards, erect. For no other animal, this is the case. So the upward moving force, as I said, the strength of spine, the upward moving force, the Udana Shakti of this body is becoming weak. So our program is designed in such a manner that it strengthens the spine. Strengthening the spine is one of the key pivot of our program. So if you do this program, you'll see that your condition improves drastically.
Okay, Rumi Bawal, ma'am, talks about can Kumbha cure uric acid?
Uric acid, once again, is a side product of your metabolic activity, is a waste product of your metabolic activity. That means, in simple words, when you eat food, how much your body actually is able to utilize the food, how much it produces toxins. So the more your body is able to utilize the food, the body is more efficient in terms of metabolism. So when your metabolism is down, toxins are produced. One of the toxins is uric acid. By improving the metabolism, uric acid production comes down. As simple as that.
Okay. Varun Vivi, how do you reduce full body skin dryness?
As I said, full body skin dryness, when you say,
if your body is water holding capacity and or your body is just like strainer, everything has to move from one point to another. If the water is not able to move from one point to another, your body will be dry. Apart from that, see, most of the medicine that you take, they are uh, thrown out of the body. 95 to 98% of whatever medicine you consume is thrown out of your body. Suppose you are taking a very simple antipyretic drug like paracetamol, which everybody might be at home, paracetamol. Now that paracetamol, 500 milligram of paracetamol, only 5 milligram is needed by the body. Why it is 500 milligram? Because 495 milligram will be thrown out of your body. This is called as first liver bypass. 5 milligram will bypass liver. Everything else will be thrown out of the body. But what is the way in which 495 milligram of paracetamol is thrown out of the body? By dissolving into water. The water in your body, the water which is there in your body. So when your body utilizes water just to detox itself, it will not be able to do any other activity through that water. So if you observe carefully in the last 20 years, 25 years, human body is drying out. Human body is drying out more because we are putting a lot of things which are not conducive for this body. Putting chemical is never conducive for this body because your body is not designed for consumption of chemicals. So it always tries to throw out those chemicals, and in the process, it utilizes a lot of water. So most of the water is getting utilized for detoxification of this body. For metabolism, any other activity, we have very less water in our body. Apart from that, if you see your surrounding, the drinkable water, the fresh water is reducing drastically in the world. So the more you are surrounded by fresh water, the more hydrated your body is also. So that is one more factor. Ground level water is going down. So that means proximity of water is also going. We are losing the proximity of water. Because of that also, the body is drying out. Greenhouse effect, which is big, which is going up in the world, is also doing harm to the human body in terms of drying up of human body.
Okay. Anybody from the participants who would like to ask their question? Okay, T. Rajagopalan sir, can it cure tinnitus?
We have seen people coming out of tinnitus by doing Kumbhaka. Tinnitus is basically a problem of pressure in the cochlea, which is a neurogenic organ in the body, in the ear, in fact. So if the which is filled with fluid also. If the pressure in the cochlea is not fine, you'll get into tinnitus. By doing Kumbhak, we have seen people come out of tinnitus, but it will take a little time. So when you start rejuvenating your body or recovering your body, you must give it, or you must give your body at least 6 months to 1 year as a primary target. 6 months to 1 year. If you have spent 40, 50 years in disturbing or destroying this body, 6 months to 1 year is not even enough to recover fully, but most of the recovery will see in 6 months to 1 year.
Okay, Bhaskar Godagala sir, my little finger has trigger effect. I went physiotherapy, did exercise as informed by doctors, no improvement from 4 months as of now.
See, it's a neurodegenerative case where neurons have degenerated. That's why you are getting into shock. So by uh, regenerating the neurons only, it will be held. Kumbhak improves the regenerative factor of neurons, and that's how you'll see. But then neuroregeneration takes time. It will not happen overnight. It will take time. You will have to do Kumbhak, and you'll see because it is just starting, you'll get really fast.
Okay. Anand sir, what is your question? Please unmute and ask your question.
Yes, I'm having a gallbladder stone of
See,
12 mm.
gallbladder stone, if the stones are larger, there is no way. Because we have seen by doing Kumbhak, the stones, actually smaller stones come out. They come out
12
pretty
mm.
easy.
12
Even
mm
in
is
kidney
how
stone.
12 mm.
12, 12 mm is too large. It's
Okay.
too large. You'll have to get into a surgery only.
Okay. One more issue is there is a cyst in the prostate.
Cyst in the prostate is not a big thing. It'll by doing kumbhak, you'll come out of. Still, we have seen not only in the prostate, but in ovaries, in other places in the body, we have seen cyst becoming fine by doing kumbhak.
Okay. Thank you. But I'm having diabetics and blood pressure.
That's okay. If you have multiple issues, just put down your number. We'll take your parameter and see what is the best program for you.
Okay.
Varun,
Thank
Vivi, will Kumbhak remove heavy metals like cadmium, lead, arsenic, mercury, etc. from body?
See, when you are generating pressure in the body, it helps in the detox and efflux of the body. It helps in it. Suppose your sink is blocked, kitchen sink is blocked. You put a little pressure, and that's how things move. So instead of depositing in your body, if you are doing kumbhak, things will be thrown out of your body. The toxins and those kind of metals will be easily thrown out of your body. So yes, it will help.
Okay. iPhone Vinita Singh, my son faints from stretching. Sometimes he falls down suddenly. What is the reason? Started since 3 years. He has high iron.
No, high iron is not an issue, but painting by stretching, or any other. See, what we have seen, I'll tell you about our experience. Because unless and until I'm given time to look into this, it will be very difficult. But then there are cases of epilepsy where from in that case, and we have seen many cases where there is a specific trigger. Because of that trigger, the epileptic shock happens faster. Now, after doing kumbhak, what happens? Even after the trigger is there, the chances of getting into a shock reduces. So I can, at this point of time, I can only correlate it with what you can say the tolerance of the body. What one more thing that we'll have to actually do a little research into that area is heart attack, or number one cause of death in the world is heart attack. Heart attack is always associated with the pressure ecosystem of your body. If the pressure ecosystem is not fine, the chances of getting into a shock-like situation increases. So by doing kumbhak, we are improving the pressure ecosystem of this body, and the chances and the episodes of those kind of shock comes down drastically. That is our experience. But specifically into this issue, we'll have to actually do some work in that particular area and see.
Okay. Anybody else who would like to ask their question can please unmute and ask. Navita Marva, ma'am, my mother-in-law has a problem of walking. She has been recommended by the doctor for knee surgery. She is 78 years old, having varicose veins. Will Kumbhak cure her problem?
We have seen many people coming out of varicose vein by doing kumbhak. So varicose vein can easily be cured. Now 78 is an age which is on a higher side. The recovery strength of the body has also gone down. So even surgery is risky. Let me tell you, even surgery may not be that suitable in this age. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about is many people didn't require knee replacement when they have done kumbhak. So there are many people whose knees have become fine and they are able to walk properly by doing kumbhak. So it can be avoided. The second thing is, even if somebody goes for knee surgery, the rehabilitation, it is not a guarantee that you'll be able to walk fine. Not everybody. So the rehabilitation is kumbhak. If you do the rehabilitation, chances that the knee surgery is actually suitable and the body is able to do proper walking after the surgery, it can be ensured by doing kumbhak. So it is always good that somebody does kumbhak. One, you may not have to go. You can avoid knee surgery. May not have to go for knee surgery. You may avoid knee surgery also. Even if you go for knee surgery, the rehabilitation is quicker and faster. The recovery is quicker and faster. So in both ways, doing kumbhak is something which has to be a must.
Okay. Shalu Goel, ma'am, you can ask your question, please. Please unmute and ask.
Yeah, hi, Pranam Swami ji. मुझे पूछना था मेरी मॉम को ना, my mom is having pain from almost like 20 years before back, and she is having severe pain in the hand and leg. Like even though we keep on, like she has to hold her hand for the entire day. But we have shown
So
to many doctors, none of them are able to cure it, and they are not able to tell the cause also.
I'll tell you. See, it is very simple to understand. First of all, you need to understand pain. आपको pain समझना है पहले. You need to understand pain.
Okay,
Pain is some kind of a block. एक रुकावट को pain कहते हैं. कहीं से कोई
okay,
चीज जा नहीं पा रही. If there is a block and things are not able to pass from one place to another, wherever there is a block, there will be a pain. Now,
okay,
तो कोई भी चीज एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाती कैसे है इन द बॉडी? इट ऑलवेज गोज इन प्रेशर ग्रेडियंट. प्रेशर ज्यादा होगा कम होगा तो एक जगह से दूसरी जगह मूव कर जाएगा.
okay,
प्रेशर अगर बॉडी में बनाते हैं तो पेन कम हो जाएगा. इसलिए कुंभक करने से, you'll see after doing कुंभक the pain factors of body reduce it drastically. तो कुंभक अगर पेन आपको रिड्यूस करना है, if you want to reduce the pain, you'll have to correct the movement part of the body inside the body. Everything should be moving inside the body, and that's what कुंभक does. कुंभक की वजह से मूवमेंट शुरू हो जाते हैं तो पेन फैक्टर्स बहुत कम हो जाते हैं. पहली बात तो ये. दूसरी बात, टॉलरेंस, पेन का टॉलरेंस भी बढ़ जाता है. If the tolerance to
okay,
pain also increases, the body becomes comfortable. The third thing is, pain is not always physical. It is often more psychological. So if you are doing kumbhak, you'll see the mind factor of your body, the psyche of this body, which is associated with the physical body. The mind and the quality of the mind improves. You can come
okay,
out of psychological pain, mental disorder by doing kumbhak. There is no other way.
okay,
तो पेन के लिए
okay,
तो मैं बताऊंगा कि ये करने से पेन तो कम हो जाएगा बॉडी में.
okay, okay. Thank you so much, Swamiji.
Anybody from the participants who would like to ask the question can please. Varun VV Swamiji, how to know which dosha imbalance we have and how to self-diagnose it?
It's a complex thing, but in a very simplistic manner. I'll explain. This is not an university class, huh? But I'll explain in a very simplistic manner. There are three colors: black, white, and red. If something is going towards blackish complexion or darkish side, it's going towards darkish color, then it's a vata dosha. If it is on a reddish side, it's a pitta dosha. And if it is on a whitish side, it's a kapha dosha. But then, actually, you need to be very knowledgeable in the area of Ayurveda to actually create a solution. But Ayurveda, Vat is the king. The pressure is the king. Kumbhak is the king of Ayurveda. So Kumbhak is something which can correct the Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Because pressure corrects the thermal ecosystem and both actually regulates the material management of the body. So by doing Kumbhak is the king of Ayurveda, which we have lost and it needs to be revived. for the Ayurveda practice to become very, very effective and fast.
Okay, anybody else with any questions? Sunita D'Souza, please unmute and ask your question. Sujata ma'am, can we do Kumbhak with kidney stone of 7 mm?
Yeah, 7 mm, if you are doing Kumbhak, there is a high chance that it will be thrown out by doing Kumbhak. It will be thrown out. For that, if you take a little Ayurvedic support also, there are Ayurvedic medicine which can help in kidney stone cases. So if you are doing Kumbhak and taking some Ayurvedic support, there is high chance that it will come out.
Anybody else with any questions?
Yes,
Can I ask?
Swamiji.
Yes, yes, yes. Go ahead.
Swamiji, my name is Munir. I already asked my question, but I forgot to describe some conditions, like some memory issue also I have, and neurological issue like numbness in my body and panic issues. Any minor issues, these things I'm getting panic very easily. Just someone is calling me, my manager is calling me, I start getting panic and numbness triggers. So I'm
I
this is
told.
the problem. Like it started with headache since 2 years back. Then it kept on increasing, and now I am in worst condition of my body.
It will improve. It will improve. In 6 months' time, you will be a different person. We have seen people like that. So anxiety issues and this is anxiety issue. And apart from that, I talked about this before. So this is anxiety issue primarily. If you address that, everything will become fine.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Swamiji, is there any session of trial?
Session of what?
Yeah, trial session.
Trial session. Trial session, we don't.
To understand.
No. You don't go to a hospital for a trial. You go to a hospital for a treatment, not a trial. So we diagnose people. We diagnose everyone. So there cannot be a trial, but yes, in terms of sample, there is lot available in our YouTube channel.
Okay. Okay.
Swamiji, can I ask you one question? My friend is very depressed.
Depressed.
She gets panic attacks that is very very scary. I mean, nobody knows how to handle her. So we took her to doctors and everything, but they've given her medicines and compose and I don't know how many things, and they told her it's all in your mind. So they took her to a psychiatrist. She also couldn't cure her. So what's the solution?
We don't even have a definition of mind. Forget about curing the mind. We don't even have a definition of mind. So what we have seen, I'll tell you. There are cases which become too aggravated. And if there is a support system around that person, if the person is just given a suggestion that you do this, and that's how it will get cured, it will never work. Second thing, medicine do not work. Only they numb the whole nervous system. Numbing the whole nervous system is not a solution for any psychological disorder. Right? The person may not be able to do aggressive activity, but then we are not addressing what is causing that aggressiveness within. So mind is basically the pressure ecosystem of the body. Let's put it very correctly. Mind is the pressure ecosystem of the body. Mind and emotions are connected. Emotions are always associated with the hormone flow in the body. Hormone flow is associated with the how much your endocrine or exocrine glands are able to release hormones. It always works on pressure principle. If the pressure of this body is fine, the hormone flow will be fine. If it is not fine, the hormone flow will not be fine. If we correct the pressure ecosystem, the hormone flow, the emotional structure, and the mental structure improves drastically. But it always happens in a support system. So chemical medicine is required in the initial stages, where the person is out of control. then you need to give something through which the person is not able to do aggressive activity. But slowly, if the person is put on kumbhak on a regular basis in an observed atmosphere, then you will see within 6 months, what we have seen, within 6 months, people have come out of psychiatric medicine
Wow.
completely. But then there are certain conditions to it, and the condition is there has to be a support system. The person on its own will not be able to do kumbhak, or will the person on its own doesn't even take medication. Forget about
Yeah,
doing anything.
yeah, that's right. Her husband has to always be beside her, or I have to be around, or something. Otherwise, she'll not do anything.
But then it needs a different kind of program also. We have a different program. We call it Manokaya Chikitsa. It's a different program. Put down your number. Somebody will guide you to the right program.
Okay,
But
I'll ask her.
I told you it will help, but it has to be, somebody has to be regularly guiding the person. There has to be a support system.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Namaste, Swamiji.
Namaste.
I had hysterectomy done like in 2016, and after 4 years, I started getting spotting signs, and then I got regular bleeding also. Now after so many years, it has stopped, but I don't know whether it's temporary. For around 4 months now, I have not got the bleeding. And I feel some kind of some pressure in my head area. I know something is wrong with my vayu. I know something is wrong there, but I cannot pinpoint what is there, what is exactly wrong. And I have pain in my joints also.
Just do kumbhak, it will be fine. Do kumbhak, it will be fine.
Okay, Swamiji.
Varicose vein somebody is talking about. I told you, many people have come out of varicose vein by doing kumbhak. Confidence, again, if somebody is doing confidence, somebody is in lack of confidence, there are many cases like that. We have seen by doing kumbhak, the confidence level increases drastically, and that not small in small terms, but in huge terms. There is a huge transformation we have seen in people who have lack of confidence, and kumbhak improves confidence very drastically. So we'll have to end here. It cannot go forever. Support PTSD. Trauma anxiety, I talked about this. Yes, it will help. It will help in a huge way, not in a small way. Drinking glasses of water is not fine. Because your body, if a body is not able to hold water, whatever water you drink, it will go out. Right? And then there will be swelling in the brain if you drink too much of water. Too much of everything is poison. Now, whatever the body demands, if you supply that, the body will be happy. Otherwise, it will just throw out the water, excessive water, which you'll supply. So thank you for joining the webinar. May your life be healthy and happy. That's our wish.
Thank you so much to all the participants. Namaste, Swamiji. So we come to the end of this webinar. Whatever questions have been left behind, which you've not been able to ask or you've forgotten, you can always put it in the webinar group and we will get it answered shortly. So with that, we come to the end of this webinar. So a few questions are there. Let me just see.
See, बस खाली इतना लिखो खाली बस इतना ही लिख दो he has prostatitis.
So namaste and thank you so much for attending the webinar.